trip to hell. The GPS screen on my phone had cracked weeks ago, a spiderweb of dead pixels blooming from a careless drop. It hadn't stopped working until tonight. Now, the glowing red line of the route, a shortcut I'd foolishly taken through the Blackwood National Forest, had vanished, replaced by a single unnerving phrase, abandoned route. A cold dread seeped into my bones, colder than the December air outside. The forest pressed in, a black wall on either side of the narrow, unpaved road. The only sound was the sickening thump-thump of my engine and the whisper of dead leaves under the tires. I slammed the brakes. The car shuddered to a halt, plunging the cab into absolute silence. I pulled out my physical map, a brittle relic of paper and ink. Nothing matched. No road, no creek, just the vast, empty green of the reserve. A flicker of movement caught my eye in the rearview mirror. I whipped my head around. Nothing. Nothing. Just the black, endless path behind me. I sighed, running a hand over my unshaven chin. Must be stress. I put the map down and reached for the ignition. That's when I saw it. On the passenger seat where the map had been resting was a small, perfectly smooth river stone. I hadn't opened the doors. Why? I hadn't stopped until this second. My heart hammered against my ribs. I snatched the stone, throwing it onto the floor. A prank? No one else was here. I looked at the rearview mirror again. This time, I didn't see the road. I saw my own face, but it wasn't right. It was pale, glistening with sweat, and the eyes, my eyes, were wide, black saucers of terror, staring not at the mirror, but past me. I spun around. The back seat was empty, but on the seat there were 3 more river stones, and next to them a small, wet footprint pressed into the dusty fabric. A child's footprint. A wet, scraping sound came from under the car, like fingernails on metal. I fumbled with the locks, intending to floor the gas. Click. The driver's side door handle, the one I had just checked, slowly lifted. I screamed, pushing myself against the passenger door. The window began to fog up from the outside, not with breath, but with a dense, clinging black mildew. It spread, obscuring the glass, leaving a small, perfectly clear circle, right where my eye was. Through the clear spot, I saw a face, not a child's, and not human. It was a mass of slick, pale skin stretched over a skull, a gaping maw of needle-sharp teeth, and eyes that were nothing but burning coals of orange light. It wasn't pulling the handle. It was peeling the door away from the frame, slowly, deliberately, like opening a tin can. The creature's voice, a wet, rattling hiss, wasn't outside my ear, but inside my head. Welcome, traveler. Map is correct. This is the only way. The door ripped inward with a shriek of tortured metal, and the smell hit me. Sulfur and decaying meat. The last thing I saw before the darkness consumed me was the creature's mouth widening in a silent, delighted roar. And on the dashboard, the cracked phone screen flickered one last time, displaying a single line of text. Destination reached. Would you like me to write another short story? Perhaps about a different kind of fear?